Hello my friends, I'm G Hondo, and welcome back to our Let's Play of OpenTTD Season 4, the Express Only Challenge. In the last episode, which we're picking up straight from, we went ahead and christened this lake for my new friend Jovian Pirate. We connected a couple cities here and here, as well as quite a few on this kind of snaky train route here. So we're definitely expanding our influence around said lake. And I thought for today what we would do is, at least to start with, we'll see how far we get, would be to connect Grinnington Green here to this kind of snaky route again, but to pick up all those little cities there. So that's where we're going to get started. So let's get straight onto it. The trick with this one's going to be if I can get the train station close enough to count as part of those docks, and that's going to be a little bit tricky, but we'll try it. So I don't know, yeah, it's too far away. May have to do it from this side, which is less ideal, but... oh, there we go, that's close enough. Excellent. And that leaves me room to do the turnaround there, and cut in this way. Excellent. Okay. Well, this turnaround here is very, very simple, because that's a terminal station. We'll do the one-way signaling, just so it knows everything's fine. And let that get going. Okay. So that is going to be a bit far for here. It would actually land to this one really nicely. It's going to be getting this one to connect to it that might be a bit of a trouble spot. Because that would go to somewhere around here just nicely. Well, that counts as wind nest. That's close enough to here. Well, excellent. That helps a bit. Because what I think I'm going to do is, kind of like what I did at Mines, is have these both count as the same. This one train station is going to take care of both cities. That's the plan. Assuming they let me, of course. And that I can get it close enough. One for there, and one for there. And on the mail side, one there. Now, how could that have been close enough, but this isn't? Oh, that's weird. Okay. They really don't want to join. And yet you'll do it there. Weird. Okay. I don't pretend to understand, I'll just go with it. That's where the bus station is, so what about there? Yes, okay. So, we're definitely not getting great coverage of the city, we're really only doing this side, but it'll do. And what I am going to do is rename this station to Widnes and St. Louis B. That way I know, at a glance, that this one station guards both of these cities. So. Okay. Good. And next we want into Great Barshaw. Somewhere around there, I guess. Should be fine. I don't know why I keep toggling the trees on and off. I really should just leave them off, because I can't see. Okay. Not sure how far that has to go yet. Let's connect up this side. That'll give me a better idea. Something like that. Okay. Okay, there we go. And that should be far enough that we can put in turnarounds here without too much trouble. And on this side, we'll just do them here. So it's a little bit far, but it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay. And we need to finish connecting that. Excellent. Again, that makes an easy turnaround here. And did I do the turnaround up here? Yes, that's an automatic one. Okay. Alright, so that side's in, set with turnarounds. That side in, set with turnarounds. Glorious. Alright. Now from here, we could actually also go up to here. Although I'm specifically aiming down here, but I'm thinking we could also have this cut out this way to pick up these three as well. Or at least one of them, and then maybe put a road in between them or something. So I think I want to try and leave that as an opening, as an option. But for now, let's get these guys connected. Okay. And the bus. And the mail truck. Excellent. What did I do? Oh, I got it right on. Excellent. Well done, eyes. You don't normally do so nicely for me. Proper signals. That's a little bit close, but I think it'll be okay. And on this side, that is a terminal, because there's nothing else. I really don't know why I keep doing that. There's nothing else for ages that way. If I do ever want to expand this route, that's probably an airport one anyway, so I think I can just make this a terminal. And that will be fine. Okay. So that's U to U. Now we need one U to U. And we'll put in the turnaround before I forget. That's not the right place, thank you. Okay. There, and there. Yeah, I think I might really want to be going this way as well, so I think I need to put in something here to facilitate that. I'm starting to think maybe a roundabout. Somewhere over here. Let's see if I can find it. I had another place where I was trying to do something like, yeah, here, where I was trying to do something similar, and I ended up building this, which I don't like in the slightest. So I want to try over here, building it a different way, and if I like it, I may come back and rebuild that one, but what I'm thinking is kind of like a road roundabout. Let's see if I can make this more or less happen. That's not the right spot. Okay. So what would happen, theoretically, is you would have the option to go here and be turning. I should make this bigger so it'll be a bit slower, but it'll be a lot easier to see what's going on. You go away for a minute. Okay, if I've done this right, it'll be going that way, and one's coming in, it'll be going that way. Okay. So there will only ever be one train in the roundabout at any given time, so we need to protect all the entrances to it. And so it knows what it's doing while it's in there, we need at least one. Might put a couple in actually just to be sure. There. So if my theory is right, so one's going from here to here, with simply coming in, and could just go in like that, no problem. One's going back that way would become up here, turn, turn. Okay, so that side, this one's completely done. One's going from here to here, going that way would it'd be easy, just go straight on. Coming back, turn here. So that should be totally fine. And one's going from up here to down here, coming in, very easy, and going out, very easy. I think this will work, and that's a much nicer structure than I have at the other side. And I could, in all reality, probably make this circle a little smaller. I just want to do it a bit bigger to make it easier for me to visualize, because I'm not, like I say, I don't have very good eyesight, so making things more difficult to see. Oh, poop. Look at that. I'm just going to miss it by one square. If this whole thing was over one, I could have just bypassed this silly little mine here without a problem. Oh well. That's okay. That's okay. So they'll just have a little bit of a slowdown when they have to go that little jog. And then in case of over here, do I want to do 3 trains, or do I want to just do a single station and then road vehicles? Well, doesn't really matter, I guess. They are close enough together that I should probably get away with just doing road vehicles. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so you count as there, which is fine. Simple terminal side here. Means this side here does not need a turnaround because there's never going to be anything coming from this side. Road vehicles. Which I think I want to use this kind of squarish side here. I think that will be the easiest. Over here, I'm going to have to fabricate some kind of connection for that. And same here. Or maybe I should just do trains. Yeah, I'm just going to do trains. Forget it. I like trains. I'll just have to make a new mess here to let them all connect to each other. So this will actually be kind of an interesting little mess to give myself. There's nothing really out here happening, except maybe that. So for now, I'll just do a terminating station, but I can always rip that up later if I need to. Okay, and you. That's Gretwood. And while I'm here, I might as well place the station. And again, there's nothing screamingly near it, except maybe that. So for now, I'll do a terminating station, but it may very well at some point become a non-terminating station. I will terminate their road, which probably upsets them, but I don't care. Okay. Now, the tricky part of making this work. Let's get the termination points done for now. Before I forget, I should do the one over here as well. Before I forget. Okay. Okay. So first and foremost, let's give myself some room to work. I'm thinking I can do the roundabout thing again. I don't see any real reason I shouldn't be able to. These will have to obviously come out way closer. Okay. So that's this one going to there. That one goes to there. Now they're both on the roundabout. Again, it probably doesn't really need to be 2 squares long, but it's just easier for me to visualize. The better I visualize it, the less fireballs we get, so. Okay, so that would let anyone on the roundabout go that way, or go that way, or just stay on. Okay. So that you are an exit from the roundabout. You are an entrance onto the roundabout. Okay, so that's those two guys done. And here, you are exiting to here. You are coming in. Oops, went 1 square too many here. And you are entering onto the roundabout. Okay, I think that should work. Again, we'll need lots and lots and lots of signals to protect everything here. But I think that should work. Okay. Yep, I think that should do it. So that lets all 3 of these have ready access both to each other and to the line heading back. So assuming I haven't messed anything up too badly, this should be good. Should be operavoid in just a second. I'm sliding my chair here. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. So they're all connected. That also means we don't really need to worry about turnaround points, because the roundabout itself is a turnaround point. We have the roundabout there. That one's got to turn around. That one goes to there, and it's fine. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Alright, well, let's start building in the depots and get these actual routes going. See if I've messed this up completely, or if this will actually work. because now I'm quite curious myself. Alright, steam. 1, 2, 3, and 1. So you are the Grinnington. To the Windness, St. Louis B. Okay, so you will go from here to there and back, with this being optional. This one's probably the one that's the most likely to just work straight off, but we'll watch it anyway just to be sure. I'm always paranoid that I've missed a square of track or something. So I'd always like to watch them go at least once to make sure I haven't missed a turnaround or a square of track and what have you. It's paranoia, but it's better than trying to figure it out later when I don't remember what I was doing. Plus it verifies that the route's going to be profitable, which should be under normal conditions, but it's always better to verify that as well. Yep, that's totally fine. Okay. So that first one, as expected, it's a real easy one. It's fine. Next will be these guys to Great Barshaw. We'll just put one there, that's fine. We can put a little signal there just to be sure. Did I do that on this side? Probably not. I should have. There we go. Okay. So steam, 1, 2, 3, and 1. And you are the Wind St. Louis B. To Great Barshaw. Okay. And thou shalt go there, there, and there. And that, nope, that one is optional. So again, this one's a pretty simple one. Shouldn't be anything too terribly exciting. I'm using the roundabout as a turnaround for there, so this should be fine. But again, we'll watch it just to be sure. That gets the station active. Okay, the roundabout certainly works. That's good. Obviously, we have to wait until we have a bunch of trains using it, because that'll really tell us if it works, or if I missed a signal somewhere. And we fireball. Not so good. Now we load up. And we have an autosave, so we'll be sluggish for a moment. Excuse me. And this one's now got plenty. So we should be profitable and refill, so that part is totally fine. Okay, so that section is good. From there to there. Now we have these ones here. I want to make sure I don't miss any, so I'm going to do this side in its entirety first. So I need to make 2 routes here. These are close enough together that I think I'm just going to put a single depot over here somewhere. Probably right about there, I think. Will do. Okay. I need 2 of them. So the first one here is the NetB to Little Gen side. Okay, and it will go from the depot through NetB to here, and then back, so maintenance is optional. It's good to go. And this one will be NetB to Great Bar Shaw. Excellent. And its route shall be from there into NetB through the turnaround, and back here to there. It's got a turnaround, uses the lat. That's optional. You are also green to go. So as far as I can tell, these should both be fine, but I'll keep them both up while they both do their little run, just to be sure. But I can't see any real reason why either of them should have a problem. Especially this one, it's such a short, simple route. Okay. Certainly looks fine. Now the only thing it likely won't be is it probably won't be terribly profitable. This side should be fine, but this side, not so much. It's a very small city. So it's really going to be this city's passengers and mail going this way that'll make it any real money. But it should still be okay. Yeah, that's okay. And this one is also okay, but again, it'll have very little coming from here out here. So again, it's the one side doing all the work until this place grows, which it will very slowly. But that's okay. It can be kind of one-sided on each one. Okay, so that's all that section done and all this section done. So next we need to go from Great Bar Shaw up to these and then sub-connect each of these. So do I want one from Great Bar Shaw to all three of them? Probably. Yeah, we'll probably do that. So 1, 2, 3, and then from here to each of those is 4, 5. From here to here, 6. I need 6 more routes in total. Not a problem. And there's also no reason that they can't all use the same single depot, since they all are going to be using this. My brain just completely stopped. Roundabout, thank you. Wow. Since they're all going to be using this, they're all going to be in this area, so I could put, as long as the depot is near this, they all can use it. And that'll be fine. In fact, I could probably put it right in the roundabout, and that would also totally work. Which I might just actually do. Maybe that's even easier. Since they're all going to be in here at various points. Will they be able to make that turn, though? Maybe not. Maybe I will just put it outside a little bit. Well, no, it really would make sense for it to be inside. It's just a case of one's coming in, wouldn't be able to make that turn. I don't think. One's coming in, could make that turn. One's going out, should be able to make that turn. There, okay. So I think as long as it's on that side, not this side, it should be okay. I mean, maybe it would have let it make those turns anyway. Don't know. But, actually, I need a signal to make sure one coming out of the depot doesn't interfere with one already on the roundabout. So I actually can't put that there. It actually has to... It's the right angle, but it needs to be back one. So I can put a two-way signal right there to make sure that none comes out of the depot while somebody's already on the roundabout. There we go. Okay, that's where that belongs. Okay. So steam, passenger, 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 and mail. Now, like I said, I'm going to have 6 of these. I'm not going to run all 6 at once because that would be way too difficult for me to figure out what's going on. But we will eventually have them all. So let's just close all these extra windows for a minute so I can do these one at a time. Okay, so the first 3 are going to be the ones from Great Barshaw. So Great Barshaw. And we'll arbitrarily select this one first, to Ginning Hill. Okay. So you'll exit here. You will loop around to here. You'll come out. Maybe I should even let you have an optional, because this is a little bit on the far side. At least this side of the trip is anyway. But I'll make them both optional. We'll get messages complaining that these trains aren't doing anything, but that's fine. I'm not concerned about that. I just want to make sure this part is all working nicely. So I can definitely exit that depot, no problem. Gets to here, gets this activated. Simple turn. I'll jig through there. Through the roundabout here, even though it doesn't really do much. I could theoretically build a bridge across this, but I'm not going to. That would just be a hideous mess. And it wouldn't accomplish a thing. Other than making it uglier. I guess it would shave off a few seconds from that train, but I don't think it's worth it. So I'm not going to do it. And it's that simple. Okay, back to the roundabout here. Does not need maintenance, so it can just continue on. And it should be profitable. There should have been enough from that side. There should be enough waiting to go back that it should be okay for heading back. But that one trip should have been profitable enough. Yes, it's fine. Okay. So, on the Barshaw side, Ginning Hill is done. And next train. You are Great Barshaw. Now if I click inside here, it would work so much better. Great Barshaw to Tresgrove Rivers. So again, same idea here. And both of these are optional. Thank you. That will get Tresgrove activated. And as we have more and more trains on here, we'll finally get to see the real power of the roundabout if I've done it right. Oh, I should definitely add... It's because this one here is waiting till this one all the way... Yeah, we're going to add some extra signals just to prevent stuff like that. There's no reason for it to wait inside the roundabout for that and make up horrible, horrible traffic messes. No reason for that whatsoever. And again, here where it's fairly long, we'll do the same thing. Because again, there's no reason for stuff to wait that long. Okay. Especially since the roundabout will be so busy, I really don't want a lot of delay on it. Because it's going to be very busy. Yes, I know you have your upset because you have nothing to do. I know. I'm getting to you. Just relax. In fact, I think I may even add a few more along the way. Especially for the exits. Not such a big deal coming in, but definitely for the exits. Okay, that's a bit better. Alright. That's a bit better. Okay. Should have no trouble loading from here. There's tons waiting. Absolutely tons. Oops. We have a new bus, which we'll go look at that real quick. I don't want to take my focus off of here, so let's go and look at that real quick, just from the screen, and see if it's worth an update or not. Alright, so you are drastically faster, with a bit less capacity, but the same cost, and just way, way faster. I think that's worthwhile. So yes, we are, again, the reliability is terrible, but it's a prototype, so that improves by itself. So yes, I'm okay with that. I don't think there's anything new on these, right? No, there's nothing new there. Okay. Now, back to this. Making sure this is okay, and it certainly looks like it. It's nice and profitable. Oh, okay. And through the roundabout here and back. So this is totally and completely fine. Okay. So next we'd have one more Great Barshaw. And that's the Great Barshaw to Gretwood. And I've already forgotten that name. Gretwood. Okay. Not great. Gret. Okay. Okay, and same idea as the others. You go from here. Why did that start again? Stop it. Through here. And here. And here. With these being very much optional. Okay, off you go. Round and around and around. And off you go. Through that roundabout. And near nicely waiting past the roundabout so you don't disturb anybody else. That's nice. This side should have been ready to load, so that's fine. Through the roundabout, and off you go. Not entirely sure why it felt like it needed to turn there, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. Not a huge deal. Alright, through here and up. It's looking good so far. Should now be profitable. And this side was empty, of course, because it's just activated, so it'll take an empty load back, but I think this means it is in fact working just fine. Through the roundabouts there. Yep. So that one is completely fine. Alright. Next, we need between Ginning Hill and Tres Grove. Tres Grove. Through here. Here. And even though it's probably not necessary, I'll do it the same way, where it has the option, for maintenance on both directions of the trip. Even though in all reality it's much shorter, it really only needs one, but that's okay. Tells me it probably could use another signal right there. Not a huge deal, but there was no reason for it to wait back here. It could have waited here. Not a big deal, just unnecessary. Alright, and you pop back on. That's a terrible spot to break down in the roundabout. But I think that means this is, in fact, working nicely. Oh, there's a new tram. Let's go have a look at that before we get too distracted by something else. Oh, this one's done. We can clear that. It was the passenger tram, which is that one. Okay, so yes, this is much, much better. See, previously I had the option to have one that was a lot better, but the cost was ridiculous. But you see, now they've given me one where the cost, yes, it's higher, but it's at least reasonable. But here, for that cost, I'm getting both a speed and a capacity upgrade. So this one is an absolute no-brainer. We are definitely doing this upgrade. No thought, no question. Excellent. And let's just verify, keep an eye on this for just a little bit longer, but I think this one's fine. It's profitable, it's rolling nicely. Yeah, this one's fine. Okay. Next is the Ginning Hill to Gretwood. Ginning Hill. Not again, it did it. It's Gretwood, not Greatwood. My silly brain can't apparently handle that. And again, these will be optional. And you are green to go. And this is where having these extra stops will be very helpful, because otherwise this roundabout would be waiting for stuff back here, and that would be not so good. And an autosave, so we'll be sluggish for a moment. I just saw briefly one of them popped in for maintenance, and I see no signs of a fireball, so apparently that worked nicely. Okay, you're nice and profitable, and you're nicely loading back up. Okay, I'm going to pronounce that route completely fine. Excellent. And lastly, we need Tresgrove to Gretwood. How's that spelled? Okay, try. Come on, Tresgrove. Ah, did it right that time. Misspelled enough here I got away without having to misspell. Anyway. Apparently it really didn't like sitting in the depot for a year not being used, so this one will probably break down a fair bit on its way, but anyway. Thankfully it's a fairly short trip and it can go and do maintenance as often as it likes, so I will mark them as optional, but I'm quite sure it's going to choose to do one fairly much immediately. Yeah, so it counted as doing it instantly, so it's fine. Okay. And yeah, when it doesn't need maintenance, it can basically just do this little curve here, and that saves a whole trip around, which is nice. Okay, so it obviously didn't have a full load of stuff from there, so it just barely squeaked by, but that's fine. It's got a full load now coming back, so no problem there. Again, not a big deal, but they might as well wait at the station instead of well back from it. So. But I think this is all totally working. So clearly, my roundabout idea is a smashing success. And what that tells me is I shall go back to that other section, wherever that was, and clean it up. I just have to remember where it was. And that's going to be the hardest part. Even though I showed it at the beginning of the video, which meant I knew where it was at some point. Well, I guess I'm already doing sort of a roundabout there. Where was that? I've completely lost track of where that mess was. Ah, there it is. Okay. So yes, this whole convoluted mess absolutely just needs to go. There's a train coming there, but it's otherwise clear, so now is a good time to do it. So let's go ahead and start clearing out the bridges first, and then we can start getting rid of all this extra track. And we can start cleaning this up proper. Okay. So you go to there. And we'll just do a wide roundabout, that's fine. Not a real big deal. That comes to there or goes that way. This one would be ones coming in, so it needs to be from there. We'll make it larger than it needs to be. I don't mind. Because I do need to be able to get this into the mix fairly easily, so... And since this is already built, I could just leave it. It's unnecessary, but it's already there, so it's fine. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. That needs to definitely be a two-way signal. We need one-way signals all over the place here. Okay. And this would be one coming from that way, if anything. And then once this one's done, I will just get rid of this completely pointless little line here, but this train's already using it, so I can't do it just yet. Okay. Now that can go. Okay. And yes, there's no real reason for this now to have such a long run to it, but if I take it out, I have to rebuild, like redo all the routes for all of them, and I just don't feel like doing that, so I'm not going to. And that's that. So again, this roundabout could be made much smaller. There's no real reason for it to be this large, but it's okay. It's still much nicer looking than that nasty set of bridges and tracks all over the place, and it was horrible. These little roundabouts, not so horrible. So, very, very nice. I just want to keep an eye on this for a little while to make sure I haven't mixed anything up. There's no fireballs or anything. So that's why we're kind of focused on this thing, even though it doesn't look like anything's happening. That would be why. I should add in extra signals just to make sure trains aren't waiting in the roundabout, if they don't have to. Actually, this is kind of in the way now, isn't it? So actually, you probably should get rid of this. Looks like it's in the way after all. Because that makes this signal here too close. Should be back there. I know it's only one square, but hopefully that's far enough to help. But yeah, I would say then this is fantastic. Let's go take a quick look through the vehicles just to make sure nothing new came up that didn't tell me about. And then we will call it an episode. A very successful episode, I would say. So yeah, so that's the new plane we got. I don't think there's any new ships for quite some time, but we'll check them anyway. We absolutely had new road vehicles, so let's make sure we got all of them. Okay, so that's the newer one. Nothing new there. Nothing new there. And nothing new there. Wait. No, okay, that's the other one. With the massive, massive cost. So unlike... So the passenger tram gave us this nicer one, but the mail ones have not yet done the same idea. I'm assuming they will, probably. But right now it's still the one with the same speed, but massively more cost for just a bit more capacity. So we will say no to that. And I'm pretty sure there's no new train yet. No, there isn't. Okay. Well, there we go. So I know we're just a smidgen short of time control, but I think this is an excellent spot to put a stop in for this episode, so I'd like to thank everyone for joining me today. And until next time, folks, stay calm, and I hope to come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching.